Hey, it's Brody with BTR Outfitters, and today we're going to be going over another one of our pretty cool camper vans. We're going to do a walk around this thing, pop it open, and just give you a full run through of this one. So one of our favorite things to do on any of these vans is going to be the 2-inch Weldtech suspension lift that we throw on this thing, and it's got the Fox shocks on it. And then it's also got the Method race wheels that are wrapped in the tried and true BF Goodwrench KO2 tires. Hard to beat them. We got a full set as well as a full-size spare on the back of this thing. So on the back side of this thing, we've got the aluminous rear backpack setup. This one's equipped with their kind of pre-done bike rack configuration, but it can also be suited to put a big old storage box on the back of it. And then on the driver's side, you've got their kind of ladder and tire combination that holds the full-size tire, full-size spare tire on it, and then you've got a secondary ladder on it, holds a lot of weight, or you can change that out and put a storage box on there if you needed more room. Just wanted to point out that on the side of this thing, it's also got these fold-down steps to be able to access your ladder the rest of the way. You do have the main one that was on it, but part of the backpack configuration is for the spare is the ladder. Speaking of ladders, we're gonna climb up on the top of this thing real quick and show you the roof of it. So first up on the top, as you can see, is the Max Air 7500. So it exhausts, it also sucks air in. Then right here, you've got the Dometic RTX 2000. And then you also have 200 watts of solar with a 20 amp charger. So the last thing I wanted to go over before we go into the inside and check this thing out is going to be the aluminous bull bar front bumper replacement. It is a very stout but not too heavy for it. It also is set up to where you can put a winch mount as well as some pods and some shackles on it. It is just a really good option to be able to add on some cool accessories that you might need on your adventure. One thing I wanted to make note of that you might see is this kind of square right here. This is going to be part of the forward collision sensor stuff for the Ford van, as well as right here you can see it's got the forward camera. This one's fully equipped with 360 view camera system, so that makes it really nice whenever you're maneuvering around tight obstacles or anything like that. One of the things I wanted to mention is this is the mid-roof version of the Ford Transit, and so with that, well, for my height at least, I'd say if you're 6 foot or under, you can be able to stand up in it fully comfortably and not have to bend your neck or anything, even with the top down. But we're gonna pop the top open on this thing and show you how much even more room you get. Now that we're on the inside of this thing, y'all can probably see this is a very open style layout. Lots of visibility all the way through it. It's definitely probably one of my favorites for that reason, and for the pure reason of that it's like I said, a simple layout. This is called their Dine and Dash model. So you got the dinette that also turns down into a bed, and then you've got your extra seating up in the front on it, which allows you to have that 4 people seating and sleeping. And up here in the top, you've got what I would consider your like master bedroom area, where the AC comes through. Get the most blast out of that AC, as well as your Max Air fan up top as well. At the furthest end down there, you've got a plug-in I'll show y'all, so you get a couple of USB plug-ins for your phones. As I mentioned outside, you've got a decent amount of standing room interior even before the top's popped open with the bed above you, but if you are taller and want that extra room for whenever you're in it, one of the best features that I like is that you can be able to just completely move this out of your way and gain a lot more room. One thing I wanted to just kind of show was more of the Dine and Dash function. I wanted to show how easy it is to switch it between having your dinette and an actual sleeping platform. So go watch real quick, it doesn't take long. And just like that, that's the bed put together. Sleeps one, pretty comfortable. Two, depending on how much bigger or smaller the person might be than you, but at least you got that whole top area where you could just pile in a ton of people. So we're gonna take this thing apart and show you what's underneath all the seating and some of the other cool features about this thing. All right, so we're gonna get into probably like the most important part of this thing, since we talked about the solar already up top, and that's gonna be what is backing it, controlling it, doing everything. That's gonna be this big old Red Arc Manager 30, doing everything it's gotta do. It kind of tucked back in here is gonna be the Aqua Hot water heater combo. Does very well, doesn't take just a minute to get going. Once it does fire up, it is on demand, so you don't have to worry about running out for the amounts you have, at least. Coming out of the Aqua Hot water heater, you've got your, as you can see, your two lines, your cold and your hot side. And with your hot water and your cold water lines coming out right here on the other side of it, with your door open, you're able to use this as your outdoor shower setup. It's got a quick release nozzle and your controls right there. Moving to the next thing is going to be the big boys. These are the 3 200 amp hour lithium batteries powering this thing, and that is currently what's running the AC for us while it's nice and toasty, and for a February day here in Texas. And then over here on this side, you've got your water pump, always in a nice convenient spot, easy to mess with if ever need be. And then you've got your fresh water tank right here, holds about 18 gallons. Coming around the last thing kind of on this side, and that's gonna be the cassette style toilet that you got right here. Folds away in this nice little cubby compartment. Speaking of, with having the bathroom inside of your camper, one thing that most people's first thing is gonna be the privacy. My favorite thing with any of these vans is they all have the full shade window covers on every single one of the windows, as well as the entire front, so you can close it off. So it's a really nice thing. Block out all that light, but also still have plenty of light between the top and the bottom half in here to give you plenty of light whenever you're cooking or getting any of your meals prepared, stuff like that. That was not a bad way.
That was good.
Yeah, I don't know where that just came from, but that was pretty solid, I felt like. All right, I'm glad I don't have to retake that. I didn't fumble my words. Pretty much rolling right into our kitchen side over here. You're gonna have your little cutting board cover for your sink, and then a few other kind of little trays and accessories. And it does give you a little deep sink for it, which is pretty nice with having not a whole lot of room. The next thing you got included in all kitchens is going to be a cooktop of some sort, and this is an induction style cooktop. So rounding up your kitchen space, we're going to be taking it down to the fridge freezer combo right here that you got. Gives you quite a bit of space. Good little bit for the freezer, but definitely quite a bit for the fridge. And then right up here, we're just going to go right into, this is the switch for your water pump. And then you got your Red Arc battery controller right here. This is actually what you're going to be using to go through any of your features and functions. This is the controller for the Aqua Hot for your heater and your water heater combo. And then right here you've got your controller for the Xantrex Freedom X. It's a 2000 watt inverter. Oh, and we almost forgot, we wanted to show y'all this one. It has a pretty cool little bonus feature with it. So if you're not going and needing extra seats, you've got 2 latches, and you can be able to take this thing out and be able to tote a lot more gear storage, any of your boxes that you might be using to tote anything cool around. So back around here, just kind of wanted to make note of the actual shower hookup. So you've got your controls, obviously, but then they also give you this quick connect. Well, it's about lunchtime. That means we're wrapping this thing up for the day. Thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, stay tuned for more in the near future. Be sure to follow us on all of our platforms and give me a call if you have any questions, and we can talk over anything that you might want to know a little bit more about. So we're gonna get this thing closed up.